Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today I will be making my predictions for the 10th week of Overwatch League matches. Let's get started. 1. Paris vs London. I am actually pretty excited for this match. While Paris is still probably the better team, the addition of Spark to London could really shake things up for them. How they perform here could be indicative of their performance in the rest of the league. However, Paris outclasses them in every way, especially with the news that Defiant will be playing this weekend. Spark is probably the best player in the lobby, but I don't see him carrying quite that hard. Paris take it 3-1. 2. Los Angeles Gladiators vs San Francisco Shock. Probably my hot take of the week, but I think Los Angeles is going to take this one. I think the loss of Striker will really show here. With no hero bans, I am going to guess Tracer or Reaper will be meta again, and both are heroes that Striker primarily played. And both are heroes that Birdring is insane at. Glister is good, but I don't think he can quite fill the hole left by Striker. The Shock is outmatched in terms of DPS here, even more so now that Givster has decent ping. However, it will be close as I believe the tank line of the Shock and the supports of the Shock to be superior, unless God starts feeding again. I am going to give this to the Gladiators 3-2. 3. Hangzhou Spark vs Los Angeles Valiant. Pretty easy 3-0 for Hangzhou. Los Angeles Valiant is just clearly outclassed in every way here. Nothing really to say honestly. 4. Seoul Dynasty vs Chengdu Hunters. This is a pretty hard one. They are both on the same tier, and based on previous games, you can bet this is gonna be a banger. However, I think Seoul can take it in a very close match. While Leave is better than Profit, Fitz also pops off and is better than Chengdu's DPS other than Leave. Chengdu's tanks and supports are better, except for one man. Toyu. He was the difference maker in the last match, and I think he will be again. He really showed up in the last week of the June joust, so I expect he will show up guns blazing to take out the Hunters. Only real danger to their win is if creative or gesture throw, but unlikely. Seoul takes this 3-2. 5. GangZ Charge vs New York Excelsior. I don't think there's much GangZ can do here, they are simply outclassed. I know they pulled off an upset win in June, but I don't see New York letting that happen again. I think New York takes this 3-1. 6. London Spitfire vs San Francisco Shock. Nothing London can do here. Even with Spark, and some Glister do what he does but a million times better. And on top of that the Shock will have more time to synergize with uns and maybe get Glister better at Tracer. Shock take this 3-0. 7. Florida vs Toronto. This will be close, but overall I think Florida is the better team. I know they didn't perform as well as in May, but I think that is less them getting worse and more the competition getting harder. Barring a hard carry from the first or Hisu, Florida should take this 3-1. 8. Vancouver Titans vs Boston Uprising. Vancouver is still looking like the bottom of the Pipega tier. There is a chance that Boston reverts to their May selves and hard throw, but that would honestly take effort, and they really have been improving. Boston is just better at every role. They take this 3-0. 9. Hangzhou vs Seoul. Very important match for the Spark. They have to show that they were more than a hot streak in June and are truly meta-proof. On paper, they are better than Seoul. Shy and Architect are a disgusting DPS duo who I think edge out Profit and Fitz. GangZ is still looking like a top 3 main tank in the lead while Gesture is busy throwing. The only role that Seoul could have a leg up on Hangzhou is support, but that is only when creative is popping off. However, Hangzhou is known to choke in difficult games. Will they here? I don't think so, but it is a worry. I wouldn't be surprised to be wrong, but I'm going to say Hangzhou take who's 3-1. 10. Chengdu vs GangZ. GangZ is struggling. No way around it. They have solid pieces, but no one to pull them together. Their addition of a new coach is one I like, but I doubt they will stand up to Chengdu. Chengdu still looks like a very solid team who can stand up with even some top-tier teams. Chengdu takes this 3-0. 11. Los Angeles Valiant vs New York Excelsior. Again, the Valiant just can't stand up to pretty much any team in a pack. New York can look pretty mid though, so I'll give them a map. New York takes this 3-1. 12. Los Angeles Gladiators vs Paris Eternal. Paris can be dangerous. They have many pieces and have improved a ton over the course of the June joust. However, I cannot see them standing up to the Gladiators. Bidding is a monster, and the rest of their roster is a tier above Paris as well. Despite this, I don't see Paris going down without a fight. I'm going to give this 3-1 to the Gladiators. 13. Boston Uprising vs Florida Mayhem. Boston is another team that has been vastly improving over the course of the June joust. Will their improvement stand up to Florida's stagnation? I'm gonna say no. Boston has proven that their mental aren't up to par, compared to Florida's fairly strong mentals. And overall, Florida is the more consistent and well-rounded team. I'm giving it to Florida 3-2. 14. Toronto Defiant vs Vancouver Titans. The league made this a double-point game for whatever reason, but this should be a fairly easy game for Toronto. Vancouver is just a mess, and Toronto has some very solid pieces even if the complete picture is less than ideal. Toronto takes this 3-0. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, that would be a huge help. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the season, so anything helps.